And let me tell you a little bit about today and the wonderful, beautiful snow. And how many of you are, yeah, no, I'm in a red shirt, Robin. Sometimes I change it up. You know what I mean? I change it up at nighttime. So I was all prepared for the snow. I was ready for it. Cars, had a couple in the garage, all dialed in. And you know, you wake up in the morning and you just look out there and you go, what the fuck is this? You know, my wife's like, oh, isn't it so nice? I'm like, yeah, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful snow. And it's already got to be, I don't know, 8 or 12 inches. It has to be 8 to 12 inches ready. Now, the plow, you'd look great in a light blue or pink shirt. Okay, let's go light blue. I don't know about pink, okay? Hey, what's up, Bill? So the plow people, they're not so much your friends. They're just like, I'm going to clear the street. And now at the end of the driveway, there's like 3.5 foot, and it's got to be 6 feet wide, right? I mean, this is massive. Still not a big deal. Got my neighbor's snowblower. I'm like, got it out, got it started, whoosh, plowing stuff, all going good. But it's so cold. It's like 15 degrees. The snow is wet, and it is literally, I don't know if any of you ever had experience like this. Tell me in the chat bar. And the snow is icing onto the propellers and everything inside. And it's just locking it up. It's locking it up. So I said, okay, we're going to go put it back in the garage. We're going to put a heater on it. We're going to melt it. Did a whole bunch of like, and Robin, you know what? You could have a snowblower, but here's what the snowblower doesn't do. Here's what the snowblower doesn't do. Like stage 1, you have to go around the whole house because there were snow drifts. Some of the drifts were on my neighbor's house. It was 6-8 feet up on his deck, like up his sliding glass windows. So step 1, you got to go through. Now there's 3 properties. My neighbor's in Florida, so I got to do his. We have the other house, the food dog house, and then we have this house. So I had 3 houses, 3 driveways, right? And all the decks and all that stuff to worry about. So stage 1, you got to go and you got to clean. You got to pull the snow off because we have flood vents. And you don't want water, snow, and everything melting, and then it goes in flood vents. You don't want it melting and pouring in the doors. So you got to do that. Then get the snowblower. This thing ain't doing the job. So I said, okay, screw it. I got to get mine out. Go in the crawl space, pull it out. Starts right up. I'm like, it's pretty good. Haven't used that thing in probably 2 years. It's been sitting under there. And this thing just starts right up, right? What happens for the, Robin, so there's so much snow, right, that if you end up getting, you know, you get a 40-degree day or 50-degree and it starts to melt, it literally melts and just starts moving into a place you don't want it, right? Even the wind is so powerful, Robin, that it was blowing our garage door about a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch open because the wind was so powerful that snow was blowing into the cracks of the garage door. And my wife and I had to go in there and literally clean the snow that was blowing through the garage door and then like barricade the garage door to close it so there wasn't that, you know, 1/8 of an inch crack where snow would come in. Even the shed, the wind is so powerful, Robin, that even with the shed doors shut, snow blows and find the smallest little cracks and snow. So there was actually snow in the shed. There was snow in the garage. So then I figured, okay, I'll get out my snowblower, right? Starts right up. I'm excited. I'm like, yes, okay. But I know the sucker's got flat tires and it's tubeless. There's no tubes in the tire. So what happens is when they go flat, they get disformed. And you got to kind of push, you got to try to push on them to get them. And man, Michael's helped me. Hey, what's up, buddy? He's helped me plenty of times. Like you step on it and you got to kind of roll it and pump it with air. And I could not get these tires to, these tubeless tires to blow up. at all. So what do? No snowblower, 6 foot by 3.5 foot high, 3 driveways, got to be done. Plus, you got to hit the sidewalks again. So you know what? I'm like, let's see if this sucker works with flat tires, right? Let's see if it works with flat tires, which it did, but it was just brutal because what happens is you have a rim and a flat tire. So the rim is been, my son, I've been telling you to get tires for years. The rim is spinning on it and it only gets so much traction. So you got to push this thing. Long story short, got it done. And the thing is, like, a lot of people are waiting, right? They wait for the storm to be done. It's like, oh, I'll wait till tomorrow. It's going to be 11 degrees tonight. So just imagine what you think 3.5 foot high by 6 foot is going to be like after 11 degrees of wind blowing on it tonight. This thing is going to be like the iceberg that the Titanic hit. It is going to be like a block of ice. So now you got to be committed to this thing, right? So I used it. I'm committed. I'm just, you know, chopping away at it. And what you got to do is you got to make one round through it. And then you got to like cut. You got to cut like little inches like this. You got to just keep vroom and cut it and blow it. And so now I've cut 3 paths, 3 different driveways. And now I'm determined to get new tires for this damn thing. So I tried to find them at Home Depot or Lowe's. Doesn't look like they have it, but looks like I can get it in a couple days. So that's what I'm going to do. As soon as I'm done talking with you tonight, I am going to go order 2 of these tires to get here. Knobby ass super grip tires that could like rip through any snow. And you know, the point was I thought I would be able to use the neighbors. This would be done. It is just such a chore. Like, snowblowers are not built for, I got to tell you, on the 2nd floor deck, it's got to be 24 inches high. It has to be. I mean, I had to shovel it off and it's at least 24 inches. And snowblowers aren't built for, at least not the snowblower I have, is not built for, you know, going through 16 to 24 inches. It's not. Now, if it's 8 to 12 inches, you could kind of cut through that. It's best if it's 4 to 8 inches. You can move really fast, as long as it's not super icy, super slushy. And you're always waiting to navigate. Like, you never want to go and try to plow, like use a snowblower when it's super wet and super icy, because now it just gets bound up and then everything just falls apart, blows apart. So the good thing is we're in really good shape, what we have out there. I'll post some pictures tomorrow of the work that I did out there. The other good thing is I got a really good, I got a heck of a workout. You know, you got a good workout when you bend your arm and it goes like this, right? And it's like, you got to like slam it because it gets so cramped up, which I wanted to give everybody 2 tips. And I'll be using this tonight before bed. I'll be using it first thing in the morning. So one, this is from Trainer Mike. He taught me about this. This is Stretch Right. And that's what this is here. And what you can do is put your hands through this, right? And you can put some resistance on your arms and you can pull back on this thing. So this is really, really good. A lot of people, they don't stretch at all. And it's the first thing I did after I showered this morning is stretch out every single day, every day. I take these, I lay on my back, I put it on my foot, stretch my leg left, right, bend my knees, get up, pull it back. I throw it around my back like this. I pull up, I pull down, and I make sure I stretch every part, because what happens is if you go out there and you're not stretched, you slip, something tears, right? And as it gets more, as it's cold on your body, if you're not stretched out, like you just one wrong move and your back is out. So that's one thing. These you could get on Amazon. I could just tell you that if you look at the people who have lived the longest and don't end up breaking hips and bones, they have a stretching routine. I can't tell you enough to implement a simple stretching routine. You don't need rocket science for it. Now, if you want some one-on-one training on this, hey Marcel, if you want one-on-one training on how to stretch, strengthen your muscles, strengthen your ligaments, and do that type of stuff, my son would be an awesome resource to reach out. And he could tell you, he could do a whole private session with you on just how to stretch for different things that you're doing. Especially a lot of tradespeople, they don't stretch, and then they climb in an attic, and then they're crippled in their back, because the minute you got to lift up your leg to make it across the beam, or you're climbing over ductwork or something, your body's not used to moving that way. So that's one tip. The second thing, this one is probably my daughter's, this one here, this thing, Gaiam. This is just a foam roller here. And this is really good for moving, like stretching first off. So I put this on the floor. I don't do this every single morning, but I will do it now, and I will do it for the next couple of days, because I could feel all parts of my body from the shoveling and the pushing the snowblower. So I'll lay this down on the floor, and I'll just slowly, carefully roll my back over it and back. And then sometimes I'll turn on the side of my leg and I'll roll it. This will help move some of the lactic acid through the muscle. So the combination of the stretch right, and using the stretch right to stretch out the body, and the combination of that roller will put me in really, really good shape for tomorrow. And on top of that, I doubled down. I don't know if any of you use Sun Warrior protein. I was actually sent a picture to my brother tonight about it. I've been using Sun Warrior protein for, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7 years I've been using it, because it's a really, really clean protein. And I had a conversation with the owner many years ago about how he makes the product. So especially if you're out here and you're doing a whole lot of muscle work while you're shoveling snow and doing all this, double down on your protein. And I took some extra magnesium today. So you get a little health education here. The magnesium is because I knew the minute I went out there, even though I was being hydrated and drinking a lot, the minute I went like this and my arm locked up, you know that feeling? That is the worst feeling. It's worse when it happens in the middle of the night, right? That whole Charlie horse cramping. So I knew as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, extra round of protein and extra magnesium I took. So everything I possibly could to fix the muscles and get the muscles moving. Because otherwise, if you wake up in the morning after doing all this stuff and you're crippled, it's because you either didn't stretch, didn't take care of yourself, didn't take protein, you didn't move that lactic acid, and then you get up and you go like this in the morning, you're like, man, you're like, that is just brutal, right? Okay, so that's what I wanted to give to you guys tonight. Make sure you share this video. And also, if you're not in, I'd be curious, tell me in or going to be in or need the link in the chat bar. We have the group now, which is all about personal growth and mindset mastery. So we have a competition kicking over there. We have a bunch of trainings that are in there that I'd love for you to go in there. They're free trainings and it's a free group, okay? So if you do me a favor, make sure you're in the group, and 2, invite a couple people to the group, because the more people we get to start thinking different and thinking for themselves and removing this, the different programming that's happening for people, the more that we'll all grow and expand together, and greatness will happen in your life. So I wish you an amazing night. I have a couple books that I want to go read before the end of the night and rest up so I can have an awesome day. You also, I wish you an awesome Sunday tomorrow too. Boom.